Softcat is a FTSE 250 listed business. We do a large IT infrastructure for public sector customers like the MOD and the NHS down to local government and smaller public sector organisations and into the corporate space, mid-market and large enterprises.
Softcat's been working with Claremont for the last 6 to 8 months. You've already delivered a fantastic project for us in Birmingham. We wanted to work with someone that was trusted, that we'd used before. It was so well received in Birmingham that we thought, let's continue on.
Softcat came to us because, in their own words, they'd grown up. They wanted an environment that reflected a little more of a mature place to work, but it was still really important to them to retain a fun element in their environment. We took the learnings from Birmingham and made it more London-centric. So we worked really closely with the team to adapt throughout the project to make sure that every detail was covered.
Both the timeline and the design were really talked about in detail. Claremont came with a number of options to support us delivering on time.
Yeah, the design is absolutely key for our office. We're a people-first company. We very much value how everyone feels and coming to work, and we are one big team driving towards one goal to support our customers. Being able to do that on one big floor plate, all together, all chipping in, makes a massive difference to how we operate every day at work.
We've got a very diverse workforce, so we needed to focus not just on the typical employee, but also the employees that have got different requirements. So we've got various different spaces around the office, whether it's collaboration areas, whether it's the library, which we're in now, which has darker ceilings and it's just a little bit less intimidatory. We just needed to make sure that all of the employees were catered to and they had the option to choose a space that worked for them, and rather than paint everything with the same brush.
The collaboration islands that are built around columns, really making use of all the square footage that we have. Usually around columns it's very difficult to create a usable space. The best part for us is that we've created 3 usable spaces and not one space has a single use. Everything can be used as a multifunction space.
You can find a space that really works for you, and I think that's really important. As we're asking people to come in and spend a good portion of their working week in this office, I want people to feel comfortable, I want them to feel happy, and ultimately I want to feel like their thoughts and considerations have been taken into the creation of this room, and I feel like we've definitely achieved that here.
On this project in particular, and a similar thing to Birmingham, we're focusing on Scar. I think we're going for Scar Silver on this project, and we went for Fitwell as well.
We've got a huge amount of effort that's going into our sustainability goals, and through using existing structures that were already part of the building itself, all the way through to furniture choices. We've used a lot of recycled materials, so that's really helped us with the design and where we are now.
We win business because our customers feel that the approach from the team at Softcat is differentiated, and having a workplace like this will keep the edge on that, bring it to life even more so. If we start to not get the right environment for those teams to work in, it will show through in the attitude and commitment that our customers then get from us, I think.
This morning when we came in, we had the most amazing feedback. I've heard, wow, it's fantastic. We've had people walking around on iPads, FaceTiming people. It's just been absolutely wonderful, and it just reinforces why we do what we do.
It's early days, but all I keep hearing is the word wow.
Wow. Yeah, this is my 3rd Softcat office and it's just absolutely incredible.
To be honest, first reaction, didn't really know how to take it all in. So much space to take in, but amazed, to put it shortly.
There's so much more space, and it'll be a case of you can actually go off and have a meeting room, have a chance to have one-to-ones in areas that are bigger, that sort of stuff. So I think the whole space is so much bigger, so much better.
Entertainment areas, dartboards, everything. A little TV, PlayStation room.
Yeah, it's really cool.
In one word, spacious. In one word, amazing.
I'd go with vibrant.
I have to describe the office as astonishing.
I'd say my favourite part of the space is probably the breakout areas. There's a lot more time and space to do things like this. Just sit down, grab a colleague and chill out and have a chat.
My favourite part of the space is the big open event space at the back of the property. The technology is next level. We've got all sorts of screens and audio and visual equipment that's going to make every experience, whether it's an employee event, a customer event or a vendor event, better than it's ever been. And it's also a really nice place for people to relax, switch off. If we've got gaming areas, we've got soft seating, and it's just a nice place to be, especially with the views around here.
My experience with Claremont has been fantastic. The Claremont team, from tender all the way through to handover, has been just such a great experience. Nothing is too much to ask of them, and I get the feeling from them, and I've seen it in practice, that they really care about giving us the best product that we physically can have.
Considered, supportive and great fun.
Sounds like there's a lot of opportunity within the business at Claremont. There's a lot of growth. If I was a construction graduate or project management graduate or an architect graduate, it's certainly something I would consider.
We've got a lot of people in today, it's our first day, and we've still got so much space, so much more for expansion, so many more heads. We're looking to grow that number of people in line with the culture. This office will facilitate us to do that into a world we've not yet even experienced.